Hi everyone, welcome back to this house of fashion. Today we'll be making an off-shoulder overlap wrap top. The beauty aspect of this tutorial is that the off-shoulder overlap wrap top is a cut together with the sleeve. So I'm going to use this two fabric to cut it out. And this is 1.5 yard, this is 1 yard. So making 2.5 yards of fabric. So now I'm starting with the body first. So the next thing I'm going to do now with this fabric is to cut the length of the top in 2 places because it's cut together with the sleeve. So that is why I need 18 inches in 2 places. This is 18 inches and this is also 18 inches. Is also 18 inches. The reason why I need 18 inches in 2 places is that the cut together sleeve it reach the elbow length. That is why. So I'm going to fold this into 4 places now. So by placing it on each other is into 2 already. So I'm going to fold it into 4 this way. This is into 4 like this. I'm going to take the measurement first before cutting the remaining out. When you start the measurement from the center of the back to the elbow, it gives me 20 inches and this is it. So with the seam allowance, I'm going to shift it a little bit to have a seam allowance, which is the same thing as sewing allowance. You can see the way I'm doing it from here. So I have 21 inches, so I'm okay with this 21 inches. So the next thing to do now is to cut out these parts away. So I'm left with this side. So I'm going to start the measurement with this. Since the length is 18 inches, what we need here is the armholes, and if they cut together armhole, it won't be the same as the normal armhole. So here I'm going to use 10 inches for the armhole. I'm using 10 inches for the armhole here. The length of the armhole, I'm using 10 inches. So the bust, I'm using 40 for the bust. So this is my 40. This is 10. This is 40 inches. So with the seam allowance of 1 inch, as you can see, and the waist is 30 inches. So this is 30 inches. This is 7.5 in 4 places, which is going to give us 30 inches. This is 30 inches. The seam allowance of 1 inch. So here is it. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to join my sketch. As you can see here, from here to here. So the next thing to do now is to cut it out. So here is it. So the next thing to do now is to cut the neck. So since it's an overlap top, I'm going to make the neck to be 4 inches. The wideness of the neck here is going to be 4 inches, and the deepness of the neck, don't forget we're only considering the back neck here because the front is an overlap. So here I'm using 2" for the back neck. So from here I'm going to cut out the neck. Yes, this is the neck. Then I'm going to open it. As you can see, this is the neck. So the next thing I'm going to do is to keep one aside and cut the other one out. The next thing you're going to do here is to take the measurement of the dart. So before you can do that, you have to fold it back, because it's from that dart you're going to cut out the overlap part of it. So the dart here I'm using 4". So how did I determine the dart? To determine the dart is the distance of the two busts. That is how I determine my dart. What I'm going to do now is just to notch. I'm not cutting it more than this. So then I can now open it. After that, after opening it this way, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out this part away. I'm starting the line from here. Then you make a slant line like this, you can see. So like this, then you come down this way. You can see it. How will you know the measurement of the shoulder you are cutting out? Is that when you slant the staple this way, when you reach this area, make a dot this way. Then you take the staple and take the measurement. You can see this is 3.5 inches, so it's okay for me. It depends on how off you want the off shoulder to be. You can decide to take it this way, then you notch this area. So the more you go down, the off the shoulder is going to be, as you can see, like this. This is the one I'm using, which is 3½. When you go down, you take the measurement. When you go down, you take the measurement. So it depends on how off you want the off shoulder to be. So you can see I'm using this for my own. I'm going to sketch it out. The sketching is not that clear, but by the moment I cut it out, you're going to see the shape. You can see it. To know how to take the measurement of the dart, I'm going to put the link under the description of this video. So you can see the way I cut this out. I'm going to use this fabric for the other side. Like I said earlier, that I'm going to combine the two fabric together. So this is also going for the sleeve as well. You can see the way I'm facing it is not this way, so that it won't be of the same side. Because if you place it this way and you cut it out, it's still the same side. That's why I'm going to place it this way to give me the other side. So then I'm going to cut it out. So now this is it. As you can see, and since we have the back already, this is the back. This is the back already. So the next thing to do now is to cut out the ruffle part of it. This is 13.5 inches length that is going for the two sleeve. So it's of two different ways. You can either make this a flare and join it to the mouth of the sleeve, or you make it a plate and put an elastic, or when you make it a sleeve, you leave it. So to make the ruffle aspect of the sleeve, what you're going to do now is to take this and make a plate at the sleeve mouth and also put an elastic here, or you make the plate and leave it, or you can even make a flare and join it to the mouth of the sleeve. It depends on how you want it to be. For this wrap top, you need a belt, and you need 4 different belts. The 2 at the inner part and the 2 at the outer part. So now the length of my belt is 5.5 inches. I'm going to fold it into 2 this way. I'll stitch it, then turn it to the right side back. So now I'm going to cut this in 4 places. I'm going to divide this into 2. So then this way too, you can see where I fold it. Also divide it into 2. So this is 4 belts that I'm going to use. The 2 at the inner part and the 2 at the outer part.